Hello and welcome to intrepid viewers from the United States and all over the world. Now, I'm excited today. Special program, special guest. Okay, so I have with me today Dave Johnson. He's a psychic, a channeler, and a shaman. And so we've connected recently and we talked about doing this together. So he'll be on Skype. And so the topic we've decided to do today, because everyone likes a monthly update on what's happening with Trump, so we're going to do Trump in June. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay some cards but face down so I don't see them either. And then we'll go to Dave and see what he can channel for the trumpet in June. And then we'll come back to my cards and he'll stay on board if he has any additional thoughts, flashes or inspirations for us. Okay? All right then, viewers. Here we go for Trump in June. Trump in June. All right. Now, oh, I almost flipped it over out of habit. So, there we go. Yeah. So I've done the cards in weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now, give me a moment for my high-tech expertise to come into play here, and I'll introduce you to Dave. Okay. Now, you might find, because this is Skype, there's a bit of delay. Okay, but over to you, Dave. What do you think about Trump in June?
Okay, well, first of all, I want to thank you, Lena. I want to say what a great fan I am. I'll just tell viewers that I met you by watching your fabulous readings, and not only are the readings great, but just the delivery is just great. So if we could just do a little mutual appreciation society for a moment, I just say that I'm such a great fan of yours. Now, let's take a look at Trump, and I'll just tell viewers that when I'm channeling, I'm sort of bringing in an energy that is giving me images and pictures, and then I sort of decipher them. Sometimes I just get words and make them out. Now, before even you turned to me, I had this image, and this is the image of, you know how you make those cutout guys in paper? And, you make like a person, and then you fold it out, and it turns into like 20 fold out people.
Yeah.
That's the image that I got the moment we brought out Trump in this month. The interesting thing is, I see Rosenstein actually cutting little papers, cutting it out to make it those people.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, this is an extremely tumultuous situation right now for America. We're seeing a lot of powers moving around. And, even the nature of what justice is being very much channeled by the Trump administration. Now, when I see these cutout people, I have a feeling that a lot of people in the next month are going to be implicated. And not just simple, we have a rumor, we have an idea, but serious implications. Let me see, is it indictments? I'm getting the feeling that there will be a lot of indictments in the next month. And that while many of us are looking at Rosenstein and thinking, hey, he's giving his stuff away, he's giving up, really important resources to the Trump team and potentially, destroying the investigation. I'm just getting the message that Rosenstein knows a good deal more than we know. That he's very calculated in what he's doing. He knows what indictments are coming. And let's see, I'm seeing Rosenstein again. He knows these indictments. He's writing up indictments, perhaps. And I see him writing. Yeah, I see him doing a lot of writing now. And what does the writing mean? He's going to make very quick work of some of these people under Trump. And he's no fool. While we might be very worried about him, he knows well what he's doing. And he's like pointing to his head, like, I'm smarter than Trump. I see a lot of indictments, and again, a very busy month. And again, I'm just going to say May 2018. Sorry, June 2018.
And what about Trump himself? What do you think?
It's interesting, okay, because one thing that I'm seeing is a large bonfire. And the bonfire has Trump there in the middle, right? Like, he's not in the fire, but he's near it. And he's kind of looking at it, thinking, ashes to ashes. It's really going to go to hell for him in the next month. I think that this is the time. This is the month when the confrontation really, truly begins. Trump does not look happy in this image. He's angry but impotent. He is watching the fire, but he's not able to control it. Anything else for Trump? So, in the Oval Office, there's always this window behind his desk. And he's there at the window and he's pounding on it. He's just going, bam, 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 bam. It's like he cannot get out. There's no escape. He's surrounded. And I'm going to try to get very specific about this because I know people really appreciate these specifics. Tell me something very specific, Spirit, about Trump. Okay, I see that he is opening a desk drawer, he's taking out documents, and he's trying to get rid of them. He's trying, that bonfire is him trying to destroy evidence. And I think that's what's going to happen in the next month. It's just that he is doing everything that he can, not only to stop this investigation, he is beginning to realize that he can't. It is out of his control, and he's just going to try to save himself in any way he can. He's burning documents. I'm seeing his kids in this picture too, and he's scowling at them.
Interesting. Yeah.
All three. They want to tell me one more thing, and that is, okay, so let's focus on Jared, because actually Junior's face is coming up first. Wow, they're really in a face-off. I mean, Trump is in a face-off with his son, and it's very much about him, you, me, or you. One of us is going down.
Oh, wow.
The son is really thinking, you know what? I listened to you for a long time, and it's not working. I mean, the problem is that each one of them separately, he is being very much confronted. Either you go to jail or I go to jail. And if this is the time when there's no more, there aren't that many more options for them. And each of them is sort of standing there separately, considering, what am I going to do in relation to him? What about these guys in relationship to me? One of us is going to crack.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one more thing.
Yeah, sure.
Ivanka. She's the one that's going to crack.
Oh.
She's the one that's looking at jail and saying, no way, I cannot manage it. I will not survive. The sons are stupid. They're kind of mixed up in their powers. But she's looking at it and saying, look, I'm not going to, there's no way I can go to prison and make it. She's shaking her head saying, no way, Daddy. Now, he might relent just because of that, but I think it's coming down to a real face-off between them.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. Well, thanks. Hang in there, Dave. Thanks for that. Just stay on board, and I'm going to move through my cards. Here we go, viewers. And then we'll come back to Dave. Okay, so here we go, back to the cards. Now, what signifier did he get? The Page of Wands for June. So
it's a Wands card, willpower and foam. I don't think this is Trump himself. This is a speaker. In light of what Dave was saying, this could well be Rosenstein, I'm thinking. This is why, as readers, we try to not see each other's readings before we do a particular topic, because inevitably it will influence. But in any event, I would have seen that not as Trump, but as a speaker, and it's not Muller. And I would say for now, we'll see what else comes up in the subsequent weeks. It could well be Rosenstein. Okay, week 1. Here's Trump. Okay, so in week 1 he gets the Emperor, so he's here. Trump's arrived. Thanks for coming, Donald. And the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Emotions. And given that it's going into the summer now, where things literally hot up, the emotions around all these issues are just piling on board. And so for people who are caught in the midst of all of this, all the players, emotionally, they're quite likely to be quite wrung out, and we will see people start to fray at the edges. Okay, so week 2, we have the Queen of Wands and the Page of Swords. So, Queen of Wands, older woman with power, I think older than Ivanka. Right. This could well be an older woman in the judiciary will come to the fore. We have here in week 2 also the Page of Swords, the spy card. Now, you know there's all this sort of fake conspiracy thing about spies. I'm sure there's enough real crap going on that they don't have to resort to these conspiracies. But this person, I think, could well betray Trump. Just that it could be Donald Jr., but I'm having second thoughts about who it might be. There are so many people who have the power to wound him because he's been so out there and so careless for so many years. There's no shortage of material to bring down this man. For Muller, it's more a question of who has the most gravitas, who has the best information. But what he's looking at is a betrayal. So we're going to move into week 3 now. Ooh, interesting. We have the Wands card that is about being in the middle of the battles, and we have the Celebration card. This is highly unlikely to be a Trump celebration, so it could be a feeling for all of us who have been on the margins of this, that for the first time in many months, there's cause to celebrate. But also, always a word of caution, viewers, this is a legal process and legal processes take forever. But there's going to be a shift in week 3. And he is going to be, Trump that is, absolutely in the middle of the throes of his last war, if you like. It's going to take months to play out, if not a couple of years, but it will be definitely coming to a head in June. I see these wands here as betrayals in this context to some extent. So what I'm thinking here, the multiple people, this is the spy, but I don't think there's only one spy. There are multiple contenders. So things have moved in the last few days with Michael Cohen. So one of Cohen's very close cohort, the Taxi King, has caved in. That throws Cohen into deep legal jeopardy. Who's he going to throw into jeopardy to save his own raggedy ass? So that's turned. Cohen is hanging in by a thread, there's no doubt. And the other interesting one, I think could be Paul Manafort. Manafort has been holding out and acting tough, but he's just lost a legal challenge about whether indicting him was legal or not. It has been deemed to be legal. He also has had Gates from the beginning admitting guilt, which takes him along the road. But the other factor that has just happened recently, and why I think Manafort is one of these wands, is his ex-son-in-law has spoken up and turned evidence. So I think Manafort and Cohen. Okay, week 4, the Fool. It has a whole spectrum of meanings, including very sophisticated understandings of how the world works. I'm not seeing that here. I'm seeing Trump as the Fool, because beside it is the illusion card. Delusion and illusion. So, it's the beginning of the summer from hell for Trump, there is no doubt. I think the first few weeks will be extremely hectic and traumatic for him. This, of course, this card I keep coming back to could well represent multiple indictments. But by the 4th week, he'll have his head in the sand again. And so it'll take more than that to prise his dead fingers off the sort of mechanisms of power. But June represents, in this reading to me, a significant nail in the coffin. I'm just going to draw another card here. Oh, ouch. The 3 of Swords, heartache. Against 3 people. I'm going to go Cohen, Manafort, and possibly Don Jr. or Ivanka, as Dave was suggesting, but I think it's 3. He's got the 3 here, even though that's celebration, and 3 here. It's going to rock his world. All right then, troops. So I'm going to throw it back to Dave. A couple of minutes.
So, great reading. I mean, every single thing you said, I kind of got another image that's sort of
Okay.
I sort of highlighted what you were telling me. So, one image that I got is funny because there's a sort of almost like a tightrope.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's a tightrope, and one thing I saw is Ivanka when you were talking about Queen of Cups with a full, kind of a full chalice here. Now, first of all, she's crying when the tears are going in the chalice, and then you see her taking the water and just throwing it in Trump's face.
Oh, wow.
Emotional, like I cannot take it anymore.
Yeah.
I can't think of it. Although Ivanka is, Trump's daughter, remember that she is a woman, and she does contain the feminine aspect, right? And I think in terms of the feminine aspect, there's just a point at which she can no longer fake it. She can no longer pretend that she doesn't have these feelings, these emotions. So I think those are going to come forward and have some consequence. If not, maybe we won't even see them. But if consequence with her father, I definitely saw 3 people moving over to Mueller's team. And when you said Manafort, got it. So, imagine there's this thing that you climb to get to the tightrope.
Yeah.
Where, as you were doing that, I could see Manafort. I could see Manafort there, and I could see Trump Jr. climbing up. And I could see these 3 people on the side. Now, you can imagine here's Trump on this tightrope. Suddenly it's broken. And he's got nowhere to go.
And no safety net.
Yeah, just again to highlight what you said, I see him at the end getting just really, really angry. And that's kind of where Trump goes when he doesn't know what else to do. It's just to throw a screaming temper tantrum.
Yeah.
And to see him, his face reddening and having this, sort of impotent rage that is more exposing him than helping him. Now, I just do want to say for our viewers, something that I'm sure you'd agree with. It's just that we have to be very calm and watch this. At the same time, act when it's appropriately. I think there's a great warning of social upheaval and that this could become, rather a dangerous situation. It could become dangerous for people who hit the streets and protest. And I just want to encourage everybody to be careful, to remain calm, and to be nonviolent. Right? You really have to emphasize that this is the rule of law, and we have to be there to support the rule of law. We don't want any cameras focusing on us protesting as if we are the violent ones. And again, I just want to encourage people to say that my feeling is that this will work out. It will be tumultuous, it will be difficult to bear, but ultimately we will prevail. Truth will prevail.
Ah, that's fantastic. And I think that's the overriding sentiment I come with too. It's going to get ugly, it's going to get tight, it's going to be so stressful in many ways, but there's a big picture unfolding here that will make America stronger and make Americans stronger. And we'll take a,
I'll just say for viewers too, one thing that I often see when I think of America in this situation, what will happen afterwards, I see a pioneer wagon moving from the west east to the west. Americans are pioneers, and we've lost the sense of the spirit of what that means. And I mean in the greater sense of pioneer, not necessarily those people who took those lands. When we go through this process, we will come back to, thinking in a pioneering way instead of really a way that is kind of nonsense now.
Yep. So thank you so much for being with us, and I'll have you on again. And I'll put a link, everybody, I'll put a link to Dave's site up for you, and you can approach him for a reading. And being a channeler, it means if you are interested in your own ancestry or anyone who's passed, Dave can channel them for you. So thanks heaps, Dave, I appreciate that. Okay. All right, everyone, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.